synopsis for our story. Having been teased all her life for being introverted and different, Scarlett Larkspur aims to seek revenge against the girls who make her life miserable. That's the synopsis. And basically we are aiming to start with an equilibrium, because we found that that's what most psychological thrillers start with. And then that will be interrupted with a state of disequilibrium. And we're going to include quite fast-paced shots of her in other people's rooms, fiddling with their stuff, like that's quite uncomfortable. And she's basically going to be getting revenge on the girls who have been picking on her by catfishing on the internet.
So in psychological thrillers, the mood is so important, like in loads of other films. And words that we've come up with to summarise our mood is uncomfortable, sinister and surreal. And we're going to do this by creating this uncomfortable story in the setting of the home, because it's somewhere where you're meant to feel safe. And that's turned on its head because you're not safe, because she's getting revenge on you. Through mise en scène, like we're going to have her red chip nail varnish, diegetic sounds like loud tapping on the keyboard to create this mood of being uncomfortable.
We're going to use like dark, low-key, sinister lighting when we're following her like real actions, like when she's on the computer catfishing and stuff. And then we're going to use bright artificial bleached lighting when looking at her flashbacks to create like a hyper reality to show her like paranoid state to emphasise her motives of catfishing.
We have kind of a brief storyboard just so we know where it's going. We wanted to start with a shot of the catfish. There's going to be a lot of kind of voiceover to start with when it's in a state of equilibrium. It goes on to kind of her in her main setting, because we don't want to reveal too much in this. We just kind of want to insinuate that she's kind of unstable, and we're just doing things like that by a lot of focus on her in the trailer, not what she's going to do. That's not the main focus. There's a lot of kind of I don't know how to describe it, screenshots involved with like screens and typing and stuff like that. It's kind of quite technological when it comes down to it. There's a lot of kind of fades to blacks, as it's kind of meant to just be a bit surreal. We want it more fast-paced towards the end, and yeah, that's kind of it.
Any questions?
Okay, are you going to, you talk about catfishing a lot.
Yeah.
And you said you're going to open with a catfish. Do you want to explain that?
It's just like a signifier, like in The Departed they feature a rat, and that's kind of the main, and then you see it every now and again like a rat, and it's just kind of one of those things that drop in as a signifier. And if she's
we want her to like talk over the top,
Yeah.
like I'm not a catfish, I'm a larkspur or something. Cause
That's her name.
yeah,
We were considering having her defining what a catfish is as the voiceover.
because that would be like quite a calm opening, and then as you get on into the trailer, it all like the action kicks in. It's all much faster paced editing.
Okay. Have you got actresses lined up?
Yes.
Brilliant. Talk me through the chipped red nail polish. That sounded interesting.
Well, we thought red is a signifier of anger and danger.
And it's not neat. It's like
Yeah, like chipped is not neat, and it's also something we've seen in lots of other psychological thriller trailers.
And you talked about some music. Have you sourced or started to think about what kinds of music?
Because we have to make it ourselves, it's quite hard. So we,
Or
at
have
the
you
moment,
found inspiration from
Yeah.
the tracks?
at the moment we're thinking acoustic music that's using like creepy chords that are uncomfortable to
there's
listen
like
to.
very few lyrics.
Yeah, we're going to have to lay it on GarageBand and lay it under lots of like undertones.
Yeah.
We want the lyrics to happen. You know, like at the end of trailers, it like the music becomes more intense, and it's just like
Yeah.
really quick images. We want like the lyrics to be then, and
Sure.
there won't be any like voiceovers.
Are you going to start your trailer with that equilibrium as well?
That's what the catfish is.
That's the okay.
Yeah.
So that's it's got a nice calm opening. The
Yeah.
equilibrium. Has she got a backstory that's going to come forward?
Well, the backstory, you kind of just see it in a sense. You'll see shots of her not being teased, but just like setting her aside from everyone else, and so she walks around, people stare at her rather than like laughing at her and things like that. That's
Yes,
kind of a big cliche. We'd rather just show that she's not the same as everyone else.
But
That's
we're
why
gonna-
we want the artificial light. It's
yeah,
like
we're
her
gonna really
perception.
emphasise
Yeah.
it.
So that if
Got you.
so it's not cliche, it's more emphasised because it's her mind.
Yeah, it's gonna
We'll
make it
have
look
a
like it's
dream.
all psychological, like it's in her head sort of thing. But
Yeah. We're going to have a shot of her walking down the corridor with lots of girls just looking at her. So
Yeah, like
that in
giggles.
itself is unrealistic because that would never really happen.
No, but you're going to feel
But it's her
like the
mind.
paranoia that she
Yeah.
has.
And when she's like typing on the internet, we want like the voices and laughter like echoing, like it's in her mind, like she's getting more.
Yeah. Have you done lots of test
angry.
shots of filming a screen?
We
haven't
haven't
yet,
Yeah.
but we will do.
Because you got to work really carefully with
Yeah.
lighting.
Yeah.
Or there's software where you can record what you're
Literally.
doing on a
Yeah,
screen.
I think that's probably the better thing
that
to
we
do.
would probably rather do
Brilliant.
because
And we,
it would look
Yeah.
silly
Yeah.
otherwise.
okay.